Decisions have been made, contracts have been signed, and the lineup is complete. But who's driving and for which teams? Time to take a look at the Season 8 grid.
But here comes Nick de Vries, and he wins the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship.
Unbelievable! Reigning teams champions, super strong lineup, and a dominant force in motorsport. But the only thing harder than winning a World Championship title is retaining one. Which is the same for former Formula 2 champion and current Formula E world champion Nick de Vries, who will race in his third season in the championship. The Dutchman is an exceptionally talented driver who now has one of the hardest jobs to do: defend his world title.
Well, we will certainly do everything we can to replicate what we've done last year. I'm sure all the others are working hard to obviously have a shot at it as well. The whole grid is very close, so we'll see who turns out to have done the best job at the end of it.
The Mercedes EQ pairing remains the same for the third consecutive season, with Formula E race winner and Season 6 vice champion Stoffel Vandoorne completing the team lineup. Vandoorne was on the back foot for a portion of last season, but he's shown on numerous occasions what he can offer. And with that championship-winning car, de Vries' strongest title competitor might be from the other side of the garage.
One of the most dominant races in the history of the championship.
This is how it's done, mate.
Following their most successful season in the championship, Jaguar TCS Racing are going into Season 8 as real title contenders. A super experienced driver lineup, both proven race winners, both drivers going into the final race last season as championship contenders. Mitch Evans' last time behind the wheel of a Formula E car ended in disaster and his championship hopes destroyed. But his dramatic improvement year on year has led him to become a serious title contender. The improved performance alongside the team's growth puts him in his strongest position to challenge for the Season 8 World Championship title.
The whole field is so tight, so we're looking for marginal gains, but look, we've got a really strong package, a great team. Sam and I are working well together, so look, I think we can have another strong year and hopefully go one better.
But the same goes for teammate Sam Bird, who is looking stronger than ever after the move to Jaguar in Season 7. Still the only driver to win a race in every season of the championship, and the last time he raced a Formula E car, fired himself up the grid, battling and making up 15 places. Utilising the strongest package the team have put on track to date, largely the same Gen 2 package that will be racing for the final time in the upcoming season.
TECHEETAH wrap up the drivers and the team's title.
I have no words, guys. Thank you.
Now, one of the most successful Formula E teams, TECHEETAH, had their streak of back-to-back teams and drivers' championships ended last season when they finished third by a single point. Now, going into this season with a new team principal, they'll be looking to return to winning ways. TECHEETAH are fielding the same pairing of Jean-Eric Vergne and Antonio Felix da Costa. Arguably the strongest lineup on the grid, both having a championship title to their name. 2 if you're Jean-Eric Vergne. The pair have 7 seasons of Formula E racing experience alongside success in other categories, including Formula 1 and endurance racing. These two drivers know how to win, and they have the package to do it. Looking back at past seasons, TECHEETAH have been one of the most consistent teams on the Formula E grid, and now looking into Season 8 with a brand new qualifying format, and that format being more rewarding to drivers on good form, could we see a return to that championship success?
Robin Fries then takes the victory.
Thank you. It was the hardest race of my life.
Entering Season 8 with a fresh new look, a green car for a green grid, Envision Racing are a team that are familiar with the podium but have never secured a title. They've got the package to do it, so could this final season of the Gen 2 era be the time they pull everything together? The Dutch and Kiwi duo return to race for the team in Season 8. Robin Frijns, with multiple seasons and race wins under his belt in Formula E, and a newly decorated World Endurance Champion, and Nick Cassidy, Japanese Triple Crown winner, coming off the back of an impressive rookie season in Formula E. A strong lineup and strong title potential in Season 8.
Jake Dennis wins in London.
That is how you win a Formula E race.
A new look and name for the team that were known as BMW Andretti Motorsport, now Avalanche Andretti, as the blue makes way for the red and the BMW engineers make way for Andretti personnel. And a new rookie driver. Coming off the back of one of the best rookie seasons we've seen in Formula E, Jake Dennis believes he can win the championship in the second time of asking, and has the package to do it.
I do want to try and win this thing, you know. Like, I finished third last year, so why would I say I want to finish top 5? Like, there's only one place I need to go, and it's forward. So, you know, if I had a rookie season where I finished 10th, I'd say, oh, let's try and finish like 7th or 5th. But, you know, we came in and finished 3rd, so yeah, we need to try and see if we can beat it. And I'm excited for that challenge. If we don't pull it off, then it's a shame. But yeah, you know, Nick won it in his 2nd year, so why can't I? And I've got a great team behind me, so I'm looking forward to it.
Joining Dennis at Avalanche Andretti, a Formula E rookie, is American IndyCar driver and former Indy Lights champion Oliver Askew. A very exciting prospect to join the grid, and coming from IndyCar is no stranger to high-intensity single-seater racing. It'll be interesting to see if Askew can have as successful of a rookie season as Dennis did last season in the same machinery.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Now, Monegasque outfit ROKiT Venturi Racing had their best run in the championship last season, with 5 podiums, 2 of which being race wins. Now, they're the only other team on the grid that run that championship-winning Mercedes EQ powertrain, and going into season 8 have enlisted the help of a former Formula E champion. Making up one half of the garage is Mr. Macau himself, Eduardo Mortara, racing in his 5th season in Formula E. One of the best street racers on the grid follows his best season in the championship, finishing 2nd and well in for another shot at the title in season 8. Making up the other half of the garage is Brazilian driver Lucas de Grassi, who ended his 7-year stint with Audi Sport App Schaeffler and made the move to ROKiT Venturi in the off-season. A former Formula E champion, often referred to as Mr. Formula E, and one of the most knowledgeable in the intricacies of the sport, and whose tactical and calculated approach to electric street racing is very much the ROKiT Venturi team's gain. A strong lineup with a strong race package to boot, ROKiT Venturi are for sure in with a shout at both teams and drivers' world championships.
It looks like that the car is very efficient. We are in the right path. There is a lot of things to sort out yet, which is a good thing. So there is a way to improve and to develop. And yeah, it looks like we've done the homework right. The feeling to start the season is very good.
And Pascal Wehrlein takes his 2nd pole of his career.
The Heuer Porsche Formula E team have the package and the setup to be challenging for titles and race wins. Now, they're yet to have their first Formula E win, despite coming painfully close on a number of occasions. Now, that's something they'll want to address looking into season 8, and they're looking once again to their all-German lineup to make it happen. Former Formula 1 driver Pascal Wehrlein has had his fair share of bad luck in Formula E.
De Grassi took the flag. Dilbenkel has his head in his hands.
No way.
A very promising talent though, and goes into season 8 still pushing for that first win, despite coming close on a number of occasions. 3-time Le Mans winner and long-term Porsche driver André Lotterer will be racing in his 5th season of the championship, 3rd with Porsche. Known for his no-nonsense style of racing, which got him in the bad books of a few drivers last season, Lotterer hasn't consistently delivered for the German manufacturer in the way people may have expected. But could the changes to the race day format lead the way for more Porsche success?
It is Alex Lynn for Mahindra who takes the win.
Next on the grid, we have the now red and black cars of Mahindra Racing. Now, towards the end of last season, they started to match their race pace to their qualifying performance and looked stronger than ever. Going into this season, they're once again fielding an all-British lineup, but with one significant change. Alexander Sims will race in his 2nd season with the team, a race win and podiums to his name in Formula E, but with limited success for Mahindra so far. A boost in pace and efficiency, thanks to the team's change in powertrain partner last season, puts Sims in a position to help banish any demons that might be lingering from season 7. But he'll have his work cut out for him, if not just from the other side of the garage, as Oliver Rowland joins the team, having made the move from Nissan E.dams. Easily one of the quickest drivers on the grid, a qualifying specialist who isn't afraid to get his elbows out when he needs to.
That's a forceful move. Whoa, getting past Daniel Abt.
And he returns to the team that gave him his first taste of Formula E back in season 2.
It's been a transition, getting to know everybody back at the simulator, also just getting friendships and building relationships. And I think we've hit the ground running here. I'm pretty happy with everything. I've got a new engineer who's never done race engineering before. but he's got a lot of experience in other things, so we're learning together, and so far I'm pretty happy. We just need to keep working very hard if we want to compete with the big boys.
With his first win of the season.
There's no question that Nissan E.dams know how to build a quick race car, especially considering one-lap pace, an area where they have had plenty of success. Going into Season 8, they may have lost the talents of one of the quickest qualifiers on the grid with Oliver Rowland, but has that allowed them to gain the talents of one of the most promising? Maximilian Günther brokered himself a deal to Nissan E.dams after the spot became available, and the young German driver with multiple race wins has proved he isn't afraid to battle it out with those more experienced than him.
He goes defensive, Günther goes to the outside at turn 9 and he's done it! The BMW of Max Günther gets into the lead!
In his previous two teams, he's been quick off the mark with getting up to speed with the new machinery and pushing for podiums. So could the team that's seen more pole positions than much of the grid in previous seasons allow Günther to flourish?
It feels great to be in my new team here in Valencia. Pre-season testing, you know, it has been a cool time the last weeks to prepare with the team in the simulator and the new factory and everything. But now to really get down to the real business in my real car feels great. I have to say, really pleased with yesterday, with my first day in the car, immediately on a good baseline, good basic, and yeah, I feel like from this basic now we can really start to improve, push in the right direction, and yeah, hopefully find some good performance in the next days.
One of the most experienced drivers on the grid lines up beside Günther in former champion Sebastian Buemi. Highly decorated both in Formula E and as a multiple 24-hour of Le Mans and endurance winner. Last season was a season to forget for Buemi and not something he'll want to repeat, especially with a new teammate adding to the pressure. There's minimal change to the machinery, so time will tell if Season 8 can bring a return to Buemi's winning ways.
In second place for the Dragon team.
Another American team on the grid, Dragon Penske Autosport, showed real signs of improvement last season, scoring more points in the opening 2 rounds than they did in the entire previous season. And there's room for potential further improvement thanks to some changes in the team and a new, exciting addition. Coming straight from Formula 1 to join the Formula E grid is Antonio Giovinazzi. The Italian driver for the US team is a rookie to electric racing and Formula E, with not a huge amount of time behind the wheel of a Gen 2 car to date. The transition between single-seater categories hasn't always been a smooth ride for those who have made the move in the past, so Giovinazzi will have his work cut out for him to match the pace of the rest of the grid, but there's a lot of excitement to see how he'll get on. Retaining his seat at Dragon Penske Autosport is Brazilian former Formula 2 driver and winner Sergio Sette Câmara, who has impressed on a number of occasions in his short time in the championship so far, with qualifying being an area of note. There's still a lot more to see from him as he gets another season of Formula E under his belt.
Second across the line is Oliver Turvey, and there is delight at Neo.
Completing the grid is Neo 333, who have new senior management and every intention of pulling themselves up from the bottom of the points table. Now they're hedging their bets with their driver lineup, going for 1 part Formula E veteran and 1 part rookie. Oliver Turvey returns for his 8th season as the long-term partnership with the team continues. Often referred to as one of the most underrated drivers on the grid by his racing peers, Season 8 will hopefully give the British driver more opportunities to showcase his talents. Joining Turvey is the 3rd and final rookie for Season 8, Formula 2 race winner Dan Ticktum. Ticktum was in discussion with a number of Formula E teams before ending up at Neo, with his street racing success as a Macau winner one of the key attractions to the team. The British driver is known to be a bit of a character both on and off the racetrack, and there are many keen to see how he gets on with the often aggressive, highly competitive nature of Formula E.
We spoke to a couple of teams for, about 4 weeks ago, really. That's when, we sort of engaged in any talks. So yeah, wasn't really expecting to do it. Obviously halfway through the season in F2, I was, not even thinking about it. But, I think it's a very, very good place to be. So, I'm grateful to be here, to be honest. Yeah.
So there we go, the complete Formula E grid for Season 8. All that's left now is for the battling to begin in Diriyah on January 28th. Now stay tuned to all the Formula E social channels for all of your updates and all of your race build-up, and we'll see you for round 1.